Okay, so I'm just gonna do like a quick repair guide if you have one of these hair trimmer professional T-blades. So what tends to happen with these things is that the actual board inside or the battery basically gives up and there's no way of replacing it because it just doesn't work after that. So I'm just going to show you a quick way to use your old trimmer, right? Looks like this. Actually, it looks like that, right? But I took out the blades over here. It's all held with screws, so it's fairly easy to take out. Now I'm going to also give you what you need. So all you're going to need is a screwdriver, right? Some scissors, and a wire like this. So this is a USB cable, like an old phone charging cable, which I cut out the head, and now I have my positive and negative. So when I'm going to be using this machine now, it's going to be directly connected with this cable. So whenever I want to power it on, I'm going to plug this cable into my power bank or USB slot, and the motor should run that way. So it just wouldn't be wireless, it'll just be wired, but it's better than having nothing at this point. So what we're going to do here is open our device. So on this side, right, where you can see the silver plate, is going to take out the two screws on either side. So since we already did that, right, since we already took out the two screws, now you just take out the plate and then slot it out this way. So the inside should look like this. Here's the board, here's the battery. I tried to take out this battery and put something else, but it just failed to work. As you can see, my masking tape inside here wrapped around. So all you want to do is take your scissors, right, and cut off these two wires from your motor. So this is the main thing that makes your machine work. So for this board now, basically we're just going to chuck this away, right? We don't need that. Take out our motor, and we want to test if this actually works. So how do we do that? Right. You take our wire. Now on the motor you're going to see a plus and minus. I'm not sure if we can see it on camera. Okay, one side says plus. Can you see there on the left side? I can't really point it there. That is positive. So you're going to put your red cable onto that side. So just wrap it around. Okay, let's just see what I'm doing. Something like that. So you're just going to take your cable and just wrap it around the end. So it should look something like that. Right, let's do the next one, which is your black. Okay, should look like, just wrap it around, you know, just for now. We just want to test whether the motor is working. So now that our wire and motor is hooked up this way, we're going to connect it to our power bank. Okay, now that we have our power bank, let's actually see whether our motor works. Here's our motor on this side. So you should see it spinning. Oh. Can you see that? Yeah, that means it's working. Okay, if you hear a noise and that thing is spinning, that means we have hope. So let's check out our cable. Right, so we're going to actually use this wire as a pass-through through the mechanism over here, and basically use it that way. Now let's take out our cable for now. Okay, and we actually want to reassemble our unit. So now our motor goes this way. Okay, there's a cutout hole where it should go. Then our wires will actually come through here, and it should place something like that. Okay, now I'm going to take our wire and actually just shove it through this hole. Like that. Now we're going to put our motor back, so that will be really fast and easy. Well, sometimes it's like a learning curve, right? You're not going to get it right the first time. It takes you at least a couple tries to do your own DIY. At least now you're using and basically not wasting what you have. Like me going to the store and buying the same machine when I can just repurpose my old one. It just won't have the rechargeable battery, but at least it works. You know, it gets the hair cut Well, that's all we need. Okay, now wires are firmly in place. It's looped around. Then we're going to put the motor back where it belongs. Then put our tape that we recently took out. Okay, I hope I put the... Yeah, that's right. Okay, now that we have our tape back, I'm just going to put another one just to make it firm. Okay, now you have something like this. You're going to take your, basically the shell of it, put it back, and here's our plate. So let's just match our plate to the screws. So okay, right. And let's put our screws one by one. Now that should hold. Okay, right there. Let's put out another one. So, okay, now that we have that in place, we need to put this plate back. So how to do that? Well, you put your plate back this way. Look for the screw holes when you're doing this. You just need to do one screw and then the other screw should just... There we go. There we go. Okay, let's just put this. Here's our finished contraption. Almost there. Okay, now let's just test if it works. So here's our cutting machine. That's spectacular. Right, now let's actually put the blade together. Now this is going to be hard. This is just, I think this is the toughest thing to do, but let's pause. So now we're going to be attempting to put the blade back. It's fairly simple, but also a bit tricky. So you have to take in your spring and basically put it the way I am showing you. So can you see this bowl part will fit into this hole there. So you're going to put it this way and it's going to go around like so. So that's how it's going to stand up on your machine. Now that it's in this position, you're going to take your blade, this part here with the big screw holes, and actually put it on top like that. And then what you're going to do is, okay, just going to put it that way and then put a screw when it's in the perfect position. It catches now. Finally, now we got one screw. The other screw should be just fairly easy to do. Now, you don't have to be really a rocket scientist to do this simple DIY fixing your own electronic stuff. You just need simple mind over matter and a screwdriver with a pair of scissors. Right. Now we're going to slot this under these two pinpoints. So all you have to do is just pick up the blade. Okay, right. Let's do it from this angle. So just pick up the blade this way, right? Just pick up one pin, and then the other side also do the same thing. Pick up the pin like that. Make sure it goes on top of the plastic, and it should be something like this. Okay, the end result should look like this, right? Here's your machine, kind of fixed with the blade. All I did was basically take this top part and slot it kind of between those two. It's not perfect now. When I align it perfect, it'll sound better, but this is what it looks like at the current moment. So I'm gonna plug it in. Oh, it does work. And then if I disconnect it, it'll turn off. So that's the way you're gonna use this machine now. To plug it in, right? Here we go. Yeah. So this was a successful DIY project. Hope you liked it, and we'll see you in the next one.